Norway is dramatic, peaceful, wild and calm, all at the same time. Towering fjords, tiny villages tucked between mountains and sea, and trains that climb through landscapes that feel unreal. For a long time, I have heard about the journey that captures all of it. A route that people say is the best way to experience the very heart of Norway. My name is Espen Bakketun, and together with my girlfriend Silje, we're embarking on a 5-day round trip across fjords, mountains and iconic railways, carefully designed and put together by Fjord Tours. From the UNESCO-listed Geirangerfjord to the legendary Norway in a nutshell route. This is the ultimate way to see the best of Norway. Effortlessly, sustainably, and with a complete freedom to explore. So buckle up, and let's see if this journey really lives up to the hype. Our journey starts bright and early in Bergen, on the west coast of Norway. And like so many adventures here, we're starting on the water, guiding through the fjords as we begin our trip.
I mean, what a start to the trip, right? See you in 5 days, Bergen. I am so excited about this trip.
We chose to start in Bergen, but you can just as easily begin in Oslo. Everything is connected for you with one single ticket. Boats, buses and trains all lined up and seamless. One of the things that got me interested in this trip is the flexibility. The route is set and you get to shape the experience. Add nights where you want, choose activities and make the journey your own.
In Norway, or especially here on the western parts of Norway, traveling often means at least one or more ferries or boats. And if you want to be a real local, there is one thing you just can't miss when you're on board. And that is the traditional Norwegian svele.
A svele is a true Norwegian ferry classic. A thick, fluffy pancake served with either buttercream and sugar or brown cheese. For many Norwegians, it's mandatory when traveling. And as we enjoy our svele on board, we're getting closer to Måløy, where we'll hop off the boat and switch to a bus that takes us further along our journey.
So the boat dropped us off right over there, like 2 minutes walk, and this is where the bus picks us up.
After a short bus ride, we have made it to Nærøyfjord, where we have 30 minutes before our next bus picks us up.
When we booked this trip, we got like a document, like local tips.
And in Nærøyfjord, it was all about this cute bakery called Mini Bakeriet. So of course, we had to grab a treat before our last bus ride of the day.
This is what we'll be taking next, this double-decker from here in Nærøyfjord and up to Ålesund. We already see how easy everything is on this trip, because you get off one bus and then there's another bus just waiting there for you.
A comfortable bus ride carries us towards Ålesund, and this was so comfortable that we both drifted off for a bit. But waking up the mountains and fjords sliding by the window is like opening your eyes to a new postcard every time.
So we made it to our final destination for today. This is Ålesund and we just checked into our hotel and we are going out exploring. And our first stop is actually visible from outside our window. So we're on our way up to Aksla, which is probably the most famous viewpoint in Ålesund. Or I mean, rather, it is the most famous viewpoint. Really, it's one of the most famous viewpoints in Norway, actually. And it's all stairs, but the view is worth it.
This is Ålesund, a small coastal city spread across a chain of islands, right where the fjords meet the Atlantic Ocean. It looks different from anywhere else in Norway. After a huge fire in 1904, the entire city was rebuilt in beautiful Art Nouveau, with soft curves, towers and details that gives the streets a unique and almost fairy tale-like character. Fishing boats in the harbor, cozy cafes and those pastel buildings along the waterfront. Stopping here isn't just a break in the journey, it's part of the experience. A chance to slow down, enjoy some local seafood and take in the atmosphere before the adventure continues.
Ålesund is known for its seafood, and tonight we are trying a dish that I've actually never tried before.
What you have here is a dish we have in Excel, had on the menu for 20 years. We call it Royal Bacalao Plate. These 3 plates is national dishes. From these 3 countries in Europe, we import the most bacalao from Norway and Ålesund. Ålesund stands for over 90% of the export, this kind of fish. So if you go to a market in Portugal, Spain, and see the bacalao in Norway, it's over 90% sure it's from this city.
I'm so surprised by this because I knew I probably would like it, but I am loving it. I can honestly say, if you're in Ålesund or in Norway in general, you need to try bacalao. I've never tried it before. It's just fantastic. So yeah, I can highly recommend trying bacalao, especially here in Ålesund. Good morning from Ålesund, and look at this view. So the plan for today is that we are heading from Ålesund to Geiranger. And it's not that long, I think it's like a 3-hour fjord cruise. And the boat leaves from the same place that the bus dropped us off yesterday. So let's kick off day number 2. This part of the journey takes us from Ålesund into the UNESCO-listed Geirangerfjord, one of the most famous fjords in the world. Formed by glaciers over thousands of years, the fjord stretches deep into the mountains, surrounded by steep cliffs, wild waterfalls, and tiny farms clinging to the impossible slopes. And even though I have seen photos 1,000 times, nothing really prepares you for how dramatic it feels in person. How small those farms look high above us, or how powerful the waterfalls are when you are right beneath them.
So the trip we have just completed starts out in Ålesund. It takes us through into the heart of the West Norwegian fjord landscape. So we have passed by the Seven Sisters and the Suter waterfall and a lot of really beautiful scenery on the way in from Ålesund.
So we made it to Geiranger and we just checked into our hotel. This is Hotel Union. When booking this trip on fjordtours.com, we decided to add an extra night and 2 activities in Geiranger. So today we're headed for a real adrenaline adventure. And tomorrow we're going on a sightseeing tour. So how tough is the course?
There are some demanding sections.
Yeah? Okay. Well, if I tell you I am terrified of heights,
Yeah.
would that be a problem?
Let's see.
We'll see. All right, here we go. How much do you love your job?
Oh, it's really good there.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Geiranger is one of the most iconic places to visit in Norway. A tiny fjord village that people travel from all over the world to see. Set deep within the fjord, surrounded by steep mountains and waterfalls, it's the kind of place that feels like a must-see when you're exploring Norway. Good morning from Geiranger. It is day 3 and today we are going to Åndalsnes. But before that we are going to do some sightseeing here in Geiranger. This is our ride for today and let's check it out. Are you comfy in there? Yeah. So these are like tiny electrical cars that you can rent down at the harbor. And the perfect way to explore Geiranger is at your own pace. Plus, cruising around in these tiny electrical cars is, well, honestly way more fun than it should be.
So the GPS is actually talking to us all the time. So whenever we get to a viewpoint or something, it tells us. And that is pretty convenient because I have no idea where to go. I am having a great time.
From Geiranger, the journey continues by bus towards Åndalsnes. And this stretch is worth the trip all by itself. The road climbs out of the fjord and into the mountains, and it honestly feels like there's something new outside the window every few seconds. The bus even makes a couple of scenic stops along the way, so you can hop out, stretch your legs and take in the views up close. And just when you think the landscape can't get more dramatic, well, it does.
This is Trollstigen, one of Norway's most famous mountain roads. 11 sharp turns carved straight into the mountainside. And the best part about doing this trip is that you don't have to drive it yourself. You can just sit back, watch the landscape unfold, and enjoy one of the most breathtaking roads in the country.
So we made it to Åndalsnes and we just checked into our hotel, and the trip from Geiranger to Åndalsnes was just absolutely fantastic. And I had a chat with the bus driver and it turns out actually he's retired, but luckily for us he keeps driving the bus.
I love driving and I love talking to people. This trip is one of the best in Norway.
So we chose to stay in Åndalsnes for one night because earlier today I actually did something that has been on my bucket list for a long time. And here in Åndalsnes, there's another thing that's on my bucket list. So today is the day I'm crossing 2 things from my bucket list.
No time to waste, we're heading straight to the gondola and up the mountain. The higher we go, the more the views opens up. And you can already tell, this is going to be special.
Good morning. It is day 4 of this trip. So we're about to head off and it's almost 9 a.m. and this is the view I'm looking at right now. And the route for today is from Åndalsnes to Oslo, but I can't get over the sunset we had last night. So yeah, I'm definitely happy we did choose to stay here in Åndalsnes for one more night. Yeah, this is by far one of the best trips I've ever done.
This part of the journey takes us by train from Åndalsnes all the way to Oslo. And honestly, this might be the most relaxing stretch so far. Big windows, comfortable seats, and hours to just sit back, breathe, and let Norway slide by. What I really love about this trip is how varied it is. Boats, buses, mountain roads, and now this long scenic train ride. Each part feels different, but everything connects so smoothly. It gives you the freedom to explore without ever feeling lost in the planning. You just follow the route and the country unfolds in front of you.
So we made it to Oslo and check out this view from our room.
Oslo is Norway's capital, and stepping off the train here feels like shifting gears, from quiet mountains to a modern, buzzing city, but still with that calm Norwegian atmosphere. A good place to catch your breath before the last stretch of the journey.
We're in Oslo, and we saw that when we booked our tickets, we could add an activity here. So the activity we chose to do is this one, a fjord cruise with a dinner.
There's something special about seeing the city from the water, especially with a fantastic dinner and one of the most beautiful sunsets I have ever seen. The noise fades, the city light starts to glow, and everything just slows down for a moment. After days of moving through mountains and fjords, ending a day like this feels perfect. Good food, good company, and a city fading into the evening light. The kind of moment you don't rush. You just sit back and enjoy.
Good morning from Oslo. It is an early one, it's 6 a.m. So this is the last day, and today we are heading from Oslo to Bergen. This is our last day of the trip, and really we don't want it to end. But today is still going to be a great day.
Today, we're jumping into the most well-known part of this journey, the classic Norway in a nutshell route. This is a section many people do as a trip on its own, and it's famous for a reason. The train from Oslo heads into the mountains toward Myrdal, and the landscape changes step by step, from the city through forests and valleys and up into the high mountain plateau. It's a comfortable, easy ride and a really nice way to experience how Norway shifts from east to west. Even though we're on the last day, this part still feels exciting, because this route is one of the most iconic ways to see the country.
We just arrived in Myrdal, and this is where we are going to change train from the Bergensbanen to Flåmsbanen. And it is so easy because the train dropped us off there, and our next train is going to come there. And that was a beautiful train ride, and I think this next one is going to be just as good.
A true once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's really the only way to describe the Flåm Railway. It's world famous, and honestly, it deserves every bit of that reputation. The way the train drops from high mountain terrain into the heart of the fjord landscape. It doesn't feel real half the time. The line runs from Myrdal down to the village of Flåm at the bottom of the fjord, and the contrast is wild. From mountain plateau to sea level in such a short time. Flåm has this relaxed fjord village atmosphere, simple, calm, and surrounded by huge mountains. But we're not done yet. Time to get back on the water and keep this adventure going. Somehow, even after 5 days of scenery, this fjord still hits different. Sailing out from Flåm and into the Nærøyfjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the mountains close in, the water gets calm, and everything feels bigger and quieter at the same time. It's one of the narrowest fjords in Norway, and the scale here almost does make sense. Cliffs rising straight up from the water and waterfalls dropping from impossible heights. And the fact that the boat is electric makes the whole experience feel even more special. Silent, smooth, and a reminder that you can explore places like this without disturbing them. Just nature, the sound of the water, and a peaceful moment before the final leg of the journey. After 5 unforgettable days across fjords, mountains, and quiet little corners of Norway, we're nearing the final stretch. We're pulling into Voss, where we'll board our last train of the journey, heading back to where it all began.
It's time to get on our last train for this trip. We're heading now from Voss and back to Bergen where we started.
It's a short stretch back to Bergen, just long enough to sit still and replay everything in my head. From a trip filled with moments that stay with you. A trip where every day brought something new to feel and remember. A trip I will never forget.
Woo!